Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin for the daily price prediction. Let's start with the daily on the channeling where we are looking at our price position regarding this base channel taken from a potential double 1-2. In case we are impulsive toward the downside, we need to break as the base channel to make sure that this impulse will unfold correctly and as it is supposed to be. Meaning the wave 3 is not yet done. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 still required here to break decisively the base channel taken from this 1, 2 and having wave 3 toward the downside then for 5, for 5 since we have double 1, 2 over there. And we might dive deeper for Bitcoin to around the 35 and 25K. Now, so far, the price, as we can see, we are still inside this base channel. We did not broke it yet, and the price is still showing some strength. We got the first rejection around the base, the first rejection over there around the midline of this base channel, then the second rejection again, and currently we got the third one. Now, we're still testing it. In case we break it, that would be a success of breaking this base channel support or resistance, I would say here, and then pushing toward the upside, potentially in an A, B, and a C, at least here to reach our base channel top part, and then pushing toward the downside later on after a correction. And that means something is much more bigger than just an impulse unfolding here. It is a large W, X, and a Y even, and that because it can be something deeper just like that as a zigzag, and that because this wave 4 cannot definitely reflect this wave 2 over here, and even we cannot consider this as a wave 1 2 there, or this as a wave 3, meaning 1 2 3 and then wave 4 and a 5. This is almost a 1-to-1 fib level. As you can see, we don't have the 1.618 minimum target for a wave 3. So basically, I would say the price is not yet, of course, in a clear decision, guys. We still need a clear decision for Bitcoin and for the crypto market. Actually, we need to get out of this range. Whether we are going for lower, we need to take this low over here. If we are going for higher, we need to take this high over there. I'm talking here as those confirmations are not just for a simple drop here for lower or a simple push toward the upside. I'm talking about a real breakout here on the daily factor, and that means we might see a breakout toward the upside here in a shallow bear market, which I'm going to explain it next, or in a deeper bear market already explained in the, of course, wave 3, 4, 5, 5 toward the downside. So we're talking about a huge price decision here that it might be open for Bitcoin in the next breakout once we get out of this correction, guys. Now, the shallow bear market that I'm talking about here is in different probabilities, and of course we need our confirmations and pre-confirmations as well. So basically, as you can see, we have a potential of three waves finished in WX and a Y, WX and a Y. We are looking for a shallow bear market, and that means in a both case scenario, I'm still looking for a correction at the end. Nothing is bullish here. I'm looking for at least a flat, an expanding flat, or even can be a flat after a triangle here for a wave C. So one of those three possibilities in a flat can be happening as a bear market, which is a shallow bear market, meaning we're gonna simply hit the red box here around the 0.38 and the 0.5 Fibonacci level, which is also the timing very, very interesting and important to respect as well for this potential correction taken from the zone 1. And yeah, based on this wave 2, we might reach this timing, which is a minimum around the November 2026. Perfection would be in March 2027. Now, the highest probability between those three corrections, I would say, in case that it's going to happen, currently you can be also in a potential zigzag. Yeah, so because we already got a zigzag, in a potential triangle here, because we already got a zigzag so far as an ABC, which it can play as a wave A. And that means if this triangle is unfolding here, this one, that means this is your A, you're looking for a wave V, which it can be finished, by the way, in three wave zigzag again. We're looking for a wave C, D, and an E, and then pushing toward the downside. And that means an A, B, C, D, and an E here, finishing a triangle, and then continuation simply for lower. And that might means, of course, a very long sideways range here for Bitcoin before we drop down. So that is all a probability. I would say can be, yes, a high probability, since, of course, we got the zigzag, very shallow. That reflects somehow a triangle potential, because if we are going to the normal flat here, very regular flat, that means you are in double 1-2. Double 1-2, you are required to have wave 3. Let's get the minimum wave 3 that we can get over here, let's say over there, then 4, 5, and then 4 and a 5. You have already reached the area which is supposed to be kind of like a regular flat here, finished. Meaning, if we were in a regular flat, it was preferably to get a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here, and then pushing down, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 again. Or to get, for example, an A, B, and a C, something like that, meaning higher prices already. But this did not happen, because if this happens right now as double 1-2, you might get only a wave A there, then getting a wave B, and then pushing again for higher. Once you push for higher, you might reach here the all-time high, and you might reach the 1.05, 130K, and even can be even higher if it wants to be an aggressive move, reaching the 150K, meaning higher probability even is a very expanding flat in a wave B, guys. And that because due to the double 1-2 that we got here, well, it suggests already a huge impulse in case this will unfold, guys. I'm not saying that it's going to unfold. In case that it unfolds, that will make a huge impulse toward the upside, towards the 100K. So if we're looking for wave B and another wave C, then it's done. It's already an expanding flat. So the highest probability here for me, in first case scenario, is a triangle. Before going crazy, right? And before saying that, oh, this is a perfect regular flat, I'm gonna go with it. It's not really suggesting this here, and that because of the double 1-2 very shallow, which it might be a zigzag at the end and can be a triangle. So I'm going in reality much more, and yeah, I'm following this triangle as higher probability for the flat, of course, in case we are in a shallow bear market here. In case we are in a deep bear market, we might dive deeper as we explained. We might reach the target here between 0.618 and the 0.786. And as we mentioned, also ABC is required as a zigzag. So flats or a zigzag very deep. So this flat, yeah, might be even hitting simply, yeah, this target there and then pushing for higher. We might not take the confirmation for lower, because if we take it, yeah, we might dive for deeper. So on the 2 hours chart, I would say it is very, very important to break out, honestly, of this area. So we have kind of like here, as you can see, this is the bullish area here, and this is the bearish area. Yeah? So those are the borders where we want to get out. We want to have a breakout from it. Yeah. So those area here, or this area, are the pre-confirmation for higher and the confirmation for a bull market. Meaning, if we get a pre-confirmation for higher, that doesn't mean that we're gonna take the high. Why? Because it reduces the probability, yes, as double 1-2, because if we take it, this wave 1-2 is out. Then we are left with a potential triangle, which is the ABC. So as you can see, the wave C in a triangle might reach this area, this zone. But does it mean that we're going to break it? Well, if we are in a triangle, that means no. We might dive in a wave D, and then wave E again, and then pushing towards the downside one more time again. Meaning, to be bullish here and to be looking like really for higher, we need to break this zone area, guys, for bullish. In another situation here, if we are looking to break down really for lower, we need also to break this area. Why? Because also the pre-confirmation for lower can be given as a potential A and then wave B. Yeah, so can just finish there without taking the bear market confirmation. That will be very annoying for all of us, right? If this happens. and then pushing for a wave C, D, and an E. Very boring price, of course, for a long time, which it happened before with Bitcoin, by the way, on the all-time history and on the daily as well. And then we push towards the downside by breaking it later on. But we cannot say that, we are directly bearish, because we still need the bear market confirmation by breaking this low over here. So to break the full area there for bearish guys. And that's why you still see most of the titles are still looking for a price decision, still looking also between bullish and bearish. We're not yet confirmed whether we are pushing for higher or for lower guys. Now, on the micro level, of course, we can dive inside it a little bit on the micro level to see what we might get and the probabilities there. So basically, since we got here an ABC zigzag towards the downside, we might see another ABC towards the upside. However, so far it is a zigzag up for a W, zigzag down for the X, and another zigzag wave Y. Now, that is a probability. This wave Y might transform to a wave C, meaning one more high to finish the impulse as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As very likely can be an ABC over here, and then pushing down again later on. If this happens as a wave C, you might finish a wave 2. So you still have a probability here for double 1, 2, and then we might get a wave 3 toward the downside. Now, basically, I would say if this finish as a wave Y, and we got an impulse already yesterday, as you can see, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is already your wave 1 finished. Now we are looking for a smaller wave 2, which it might be also finishing very, very soon. And we can see clearly that we have kind of like a 3 waves here. 3 waves down, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, and then pushing down again. So very likely as well that the bearish scenario might unfold much more higher right now in the current scenario, much more higher probability than the bullish. Yeah, so the formation of this wave here and the current price action suggests that continuation for bearish scenario more than the bullish. In the bullish scenario, you would like to have the chance here for double 1, 2, and then pushing impulsively towards the upside. But what we got here is a 3 waves. That means something. That means corrective. We cannot be impulsive. And currently, we see another potential correction here as still looking as a wave 2 here, as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 towards the downside. Meaning, yes, higher probability currently is for the bearish. However, to confirm it, we need to break out of this area, guys. That was it for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Before you leave, make sure to join our private Discord community. There you will get daily updates faster than YouTube, plus exclusive bonus trading signals for the gold, silver, Bitcoin, and stocks. You can also request one special technical analysis every day and get access even to our only members video on YouTube and also on Discord. And stay ahead, of course, with economic and political news that actually moves the market. And of course, we do regular Q&A sessions, so you can get your questions answered directly in the Discord. And of course, if you're serious about leveling your trading, the Discord link is below in the description and in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.